Dozens of communities all over the country are looking to take the economy into their own hands. These, by the way, it may look fake, but these are real sort of currency. It's not federal currency. This isn't violating the law, but they are actually issued by local currencies to help local businesses.
Our next guests are leading the charge in their towns all the way from the BerkShares in western Massachusetts. We're joined by Susan Witt, the founder of BerkShares. Cute. And B.J. Lawson, president of the board of directors for the Pittsburgh Plenty in Pittsburgh, North Carolina, joining us live from Raleigh. All right, I'm going to start with you, Susan. Okay, I've got some of this currency in my hands. Explain to viewers out there who think that perhaps you're absolutely insane how this works, because it's a fascinating concept.
It's a way for consumers to support their local businesses. They simply walk into any one of 12 branches of 5 local banks, put down 95 federal dollars, and are given 100 BerkShares.
Wait a minute, you said 95 petrodollars.
Federal dollars.
Federal dollars, okay. But the point is, BJ, this is kind of, these are like almost 100% coupons. These are sort of like the coupons you clip out, you trade them at local stores, except they're redeemed for almost 100% of the dollar, right?
Yes, David, and it's the Piedmont Plenty, because we envision this serving our region of central North Carolina, and it's about building sustainable local economies with our own, as you said, local economic stimulus of money that circulates locally.
BJ, have you seen local currencies help businesses in your area? I presume you're doing this to actually help businesses.
Yes, absolutely. And really what we're doing is we're reinvigorating and relaunching a local currency that was started back in 2001. And the biggest addition has been a partnership with a great local bank, Capital Bank, following the model that actually Susan pioneered up in the Berkshire Mountains.
By the way, this has been tried before. It was tried during the Depression, and with some varied success. Some succeeded, some didn't. But I'm wondering, the first question is whether or not these are easy to counterfeit, because presumably there are going to be some people who will try.
They're very high quality security paper, so they're hard to access and not very
It has
easy
that
to
linen
counterfeit.
feel to it,
Correct.
that regular dollar.
Honestly, it looks like European or Russian currency, at least is sort of the feel, as you said, David. BJ, can you use these in a local Walmart, or do you have to use them just for basic local businesses?
Well, we encourage all businesses and individuals to accept them, but the reality of accounting systems and so forth means that it tends to be the local vendors who really embrace them, and thus who share in the benefit.
What kind of discount? We know Susan gives a 5% discount. What kind of discounts do you give for your, what are they called, the Pittsburgh Plenties?
The Piedmont Plenties will initially be exchangeable at basically a 10% discount, so a 90-cent exchange rate.
So you bring in $1, you bring in 90 cents, you get $1 worth of these things, and the local community cooperates.
That's correct, and it's really just about, honestly, folks they've been tarped and talfed and pipped to death. We're beginning to recognize that real local economic growth comes from real businesses and real people helping each other out and meeting each other's needs.
Susan, how do you make money on this, or can you? Have you?
No, it's issued by a nonprofit. We've been supported through grants. 2,300,000 BerkShares have gone out in circulation since issue in 2006. And there are about 370 businesses signed up to take BerkShares. You can build a house in BerkShares, arrange a funeral in BerkShares, do your grocery shopping in BerkShares at the farmer's market, or get a divorce in BerkShares.
BJ, how many plenties have gone out in dollar terms?
Well, the original Plenty, we estimate, has about $6,000 in circulation, so we are well behind where the BerkShares are. And really the key ingredient is that convertibility, and the fact that with the exchange services being provided by Capital Bank, we expect the acceptance and the circulation to grow tremendously as the BerkShares have experienced.
Well, we should mention, by the way, this is not something just happening in 2 isolated communities. This is happening in 75 communities in the United States. So this is an idea that just may catch on. We also want to emphasize this is not against the law. The law says that they can't look like U.S. currency. That's That's about the extent of it, though, is that they're not supposed to look like U.S. currency. Other than that, they're given free rein to do this by the government.
Well, also, you have to have an exchange rate with federal dollars so that transactions can be taxed.
Interesting.
And, David, you were talking about the Depression where scrip was issued. Few folks realize that in the late 1800s, early 1900s, every federal bank, every commercial bank issued their own currency, which meant that every region had available to it the amount of currency it needed.
And that's one of the reasons, by the way, the Federal Reserve was created, because there were some problems with that.
Correct. Correct.
Susan Witt, B.J. Lawson, I'm coming to go spend some BerkShares. Thank you very much. Love the story. Very interesting.
We'll pay you for these.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, if she'll take dollars